Konnichiwa Pokemon fans, how you guys doing? It's the Pokemaven. We are at the Pokemon Center Mega in Ikebukuro today. There are a lot of new surprises in this video. Let's enjoy the tour together and let's find out. Stay tuned until the end, guys. I think these are the Psycho Soda Pop plushies. I think I have never seen these before. They might be new, but it's always nice to see Gen 1 merch. As you guys know, I'm a huge Gen 1 fan. We have a lovely Squirtle. The entrance to the Pokemon Center Mega is this is my favorite part. This huge shelf right by the entrance. They usually stock them with a lot of eye candy. In this case, the Gen 1 starters we saw earlier. And here we have the new starter Pokemon, the new Pokemon for the latest generation, the Paldean region. These two remind me of Tron. They're gonna duke it out on a motorcycle. And we have the Paldean starters. Here's a huge Sprigatito plush. It's very reasonable. I think it's 5,500 yen. Very reasonable considering the size and that Pikachu. Usually Pikachus that size are like over 10,000. We have Crocalor and Floragato. The Paldean starters versus the Gen 1 starters. Which one would you get if you were in the shop today? The latest Paldean ones versus the Gen 1. Leave a comment. These are also new. These are the Hug You plush. Interesting concept, to be honest. They were not so popular before, but they released them again. There's an illustration of how you get the most of it. But I do like Mr. Mime again because of the Gen 1 Pokemon. These are some leftover merch. The trainers. I didn't think there'd be so much merch left. Looks like the ones from last year were more popular. Those are some pin badges, some pin badge collection, random ones. I think there are 8 or 9 total. And since we're close to Easter, the Pokemon Center has released Easter merch. Got some beautiful Easter eggs here. The candy, filled with candy. A nice item to have. I think it's called the Pokemon Yum Yum Easter, or the Pokemon. That's what it is. See right there, Pokemon Yum Yum Easter series. There are a number of items in this lineup. For example, as you can see here, the cup and saucer and the teacup set. The teapot set, excuse me. Some utensils. So having all these merch will get you ready for a nice picnic in spring. Not sure if you use it outdoors. Of course, you probably use it indoors, but these are the Easter mascots for this year. We have Swirlix, Palmy, holding an Easter egg. Score Bunny has made a return. What do you think is the representative bunny Pokemon? Is it Score Bunny, Bunnyary, Bunnelby? What do you think? They went with Score Bunny. And here's the latest merch, the Easter merch, Yum Yum Easter. And they have the usual lineup of plushies and stationery, the mascots. And I think they have some earrings, which we'll see in a minute. But these are the ones we saw earlier. If you've been following my videos, you've been watching my channel, you know I always mention that recently they come out with 4 or 5 categories in one lineup, like the stationery goods, like we have here. So files, some tape, some ball pens, letter sets. In this video, we're going to see a lot of letter sets. So enjoy the letter sets. If you like Pokemon stationery, you're gonna love this video. Pokemon stickers. So they're big on the stationery lineup, or some plushies, the mascots. Sometimes they come out with household goods, like we saw earlier with the cup and saucer set and the teapot. And over here we have the some cute earrings. I think they kind of make a nice surprise. We have all the mascots: Fido, Scorbunny, Swirlix, Palmy, and Pikachu. And they could be beautifully presented in this little Easter egg. This is sold separately, of course. So the Pokemon company marketing machine rolls on. They come out with a lot of new stuff every month, 2 or 3 times, sometimes 4 times a month. But this is the latest release. I think in the era of digital communication, it's always nice to do the opposite sometimes. Like if you receive a handwritten note, and that's a special touch. And if it's a Pokemon letter set, it's even nicer. Very nice item. Oh, I love this release. This is the Bite Squad. There are a lot of nice items in this series, but unfortunately, they also went pretty fast. A lot of things have already been sold out. They had 5 hand plushies, hand puppets, like this Fuecoco one. I could have stayed half an hour playing with this hand puppet, but since we had a video to shoot, the show had to move on. But a very nice release. There are a lot of interesting items. There was a Fuecoco cable bite. There we have a toothbrush rest, a Gibble toothbrush rest, very cute item. They had Gibble hand plushies, hand puppets are gone, Totodile are gone, Trapinch is gone. Only 2 left, which is Grievert and Fuecoco. And I do believe that most of these monthly releases, they're just made once. I cannot recall a time when they remade them. So if you see that Pokemon you like, I highly recommend you get it through the Pokemon Center online, or have someone get it for you in Japan. And of course, no Pokemon Center video is complete without shooting the remade figures. Loads of remade figures in the Pokemon Center. And they're quite popular. I see people get them. I see people getting them all the time. Pikachu's a hog. He's featured in many of the sets. But again, these are random. The Pokemon Center is big on selling you random things. They want you to gamble. These are. If you want to get the whole set, you have to buy the carton. Otherwise, if you buy just one box, you're just getting a random insert, a random Pokemon. Here we have the Okaeri collection, the Welcome Home collection. Again, Pikachu is one of them that you can get. Which set do you think has the most bang for the buck? I think because there's so many, it's pretty hard to choose like a definite favorite. So you have to be careful like which one to get, because they're not that cheap either. I think they're about 1,200 yen to 1,400 yen a piece. But as you can see, there are a lot of details. It's very detailed. Very nice item. And doesn't take up much space. So they're always nice to add to your collection. And of course they also have confectionery at the Pokemon Center. I recommend those. These are the cigar rolls. They're made by Yokomoku. It's a Yokomoku collaboration. Yokomoku is a pretty famous cookie company in Japan. I think another winner is there at the bottom left. It's made by Morozov. Again, another famous confectionery company. And if you're a Jirachi fan, those are definitely a must-have. These beautiful star-shaped plates with Jirachi prints on them. The nice ice cream glass or cup. So in the household section, they have a lot of variety, like this thermal lining lunch bag. And since we're entering the spring season, got these cute plastic toothpicks. This is lunch pick Pikachu and Eevee. Chika Pikachu again. The kawaii face, Eevee. Adds a special touch to your lunchbox. This item was interesting. It's a lunch wrap, a lunch cloth. Perfect for a one-person picnic. But yeah, which one would you choose if you were there today? This multi-print one with Dudene, Rowlet, Pikachu. Or would you choose the Psyduck one, Psyduck and Piplup? I thought those items were pretty neat too. And chopsticks always make a nice souvenir. They have the usual, the Pikachu prints. More the popular Pokemon. Fuecoco, Pikachu. And here's something more adult. There's a little case for it. There's a complete set with spoon and chopsticks. These we saw in previous videos, but I like these pouches. They're very nice. The material, I'm not sure what you call that, terry cloth material. This terry cloth on one side and kind of linen on the other. And they come in the representative color, red, blue, and green. Which one do you like out of the 6? Out of the 5, because Squirtle is not there. It's probably sold out. Occasionally they're very interesting items, like this Mimikyu coin pouch. I thought it was a nice item, interesting. I've seen other ones with like Kabigon, Snorlax, maybe Gengar or Piplup. But they have some neat items. And they're very useful because everybody needs a coin case in their life, don't they? Or pass cases. So some very useful souvenirs in this section. And sometimes I think it's funny that they write the name in Romaji, like Japanese Roman alphabet, and the names are Kabigon and Gengar, not Gengar but Gengar. It kind of looks imitation, but it's actual from the Pokemon Center. Speaking of Gengar. Lucario, another one of my favorite. Pass cases. The fashion goods, plushies, they have them all at the Mega. And these are leftover merch from last August or September. They're either very late or very early for Halloween. But if you check my Halloween video, you'll see these items. So it's funny how they just throw all the new stuff and old things in the shop. But yeah, you never know what you're gonna get when you go to the Pokemon Center, which kind of makes it fun. Like I never know what kind of plushies they have in the shop. And with over 1,000 Pokemon at the moment, you really never know what you're gonna get. As I said earlier, there are a lot of letter sets in this video and stationery. This is the What's Your Charm Point notebook. The earlier one was the Pokemon Concierge notebook. A lot of kawaii items. We have some interesting scrapbook paper here with 9 different prints. Some pencil boards, stajiki. Of course, you can't go to school and not be cool. With some Pokemon notebooks right there. I found a number of letter sets in this area. Very cute Pokemon prints, I must say. I think they were about 900 yen or 800 yen. Not too expensive, not cheap, but kind of reasonable. Like I said, it's always nice if you receive handwritten notes, and if you're a Pokemon fan and you receive Pokemon letter sets, it'd probably make your day, wouldn't it? Besides plushies and stationery, stickers are also big. We have Detective Pikachu that came out last October. More stationery. We have a Jetstream 4-in-1 pen. Besides the number of letter sets, I think I found a lot of memo pads, like the ones I'm holding right now. Thought this was also a clever product. It's like a post-it note. And after you've used up all the post-it notes, you can use this little box as a paper clip box. Very clever idea. But they had a lot of new memo pads I haven't seen before. And I think they're also releasing more. Generally speaking, I think they're releasing a lot of stationery goods. Like these evolutions and those cute Pokemon. And of course, if you have stationery goods, you can't have them without having stamps. Thought these stamps were a pretty clever idea. There are a bunch of them. The fairy Pokemon, the evolutions, the kawaii Pokemon, the more kawaii Pokemon. the lineup goes on. What has been your favorite item so far in the stationery section? Leave a comment, let me know so I can shoot more of it in the future. I'm always curious what people want me to shoot more of when I go to Pokemon Center. So leave a comment, tell me what you like in the stationery section. These are heat seal prints, Pokemon heat seal prints. Just use an iron and put it on your favorite t-shirt, a bag, and etc. Another one of my big favorites is the plushie section at the Pokemon Center. Literally hundreds of Pokemon along the wall at the Pokemon Mega. And because they're close to 1,000 Pokemon, you really never know what Pokemon you're going to encounter at the Pokemon Center. It's always a treat. Like in this section, we have all the starters from the different generation. Score Bunny, Tapig, Froakie, Sobble. Sobble is definitely a fan favorite. But that's the fun part. Like, you never know what kind of Pokemon. I never know what Pokemon I'm gonna see at the Pokemon Center. Like this Knackle. What do you guys think? Do you think Knackle looks like a mushroom, or is it a marshmallow, or is it a salt and pepper shaker? Leave a comment. Let me know what you think Knackle looks like. And guys, if you enjoy my videos and you don't want to miss out on monthly videos, bi-monthly videos, weekly videos, straight out of Pokemon Center, straight out of Tokyo, Japan, please consider subbing and leave a like. Get fresh new content straight into your mobile, straight into your living room. Here's a new fan favorite, Tinkatink. Always a sad face on Tinkatink. And this is a Pokemon I recently encountered in Pokemon Go, Charbot. But as you can see, there are literally hundreds of Pokemon. And it's always fun shooting this section, because I never know what the Pokemon I'm going to encounter. This is the All-Star Collection. We have Tinkatuff, a new Paldean Pokemon. Any Tinkatuff fans out there? Leave a comment. I've had these All-Star Collection Pokemon plushies. They're higher quality than the Pokemon Fit. Like this little Flareon. I think it's in the wrong section. The Pokemon Fits are small and they don't take up much space. But they're not as fluffy. The quality doesn't feel as nice as these All-Star Collection ones. And there are loads of them. You have a beautiful Umbreon, Matang, Watrel. Oh, here we have Snom at the bottom. Like, never in my wildest dream did I think I would find a Snom in the Pokemon Center on this day. But there it is, number 872, a Snom plushie. For that Snom fan, it's just wild. I just think I really wonder what the thought process is from the Pokemon company. Like, how do they know what Pokemon they're gonna come out with for that week or for that month? But Umbreon is definitely a fan favorite. Very popular, of course. Probably the most favorite popular evolution. Come on, guys, let me know. What's your favorite evolution? Is it Umbreon? Is it Espeon? Those are my two favorite. But let me know. What's your favorite Umbreon? What's your favorite evolution? These were the Takaratomi Pokepiece lineup. Takaratomi is a big Japanese toy company. Esper, again, like just random Pokemon they come out with. This is very interesting. These were some soft keychains. Forgot what they're called, but they look like they're along the same lineup as the Pokepiece. In fact, this whole section was Pokepiece. With card cases, keychains, fluffy keychains, pillows, pouches. A whole lineup, a whole slew of goods of Pokepiece merch. They even had mirrors. How complete can you get? Mirrors and stationery goods. There's just items everywhere in the shop. Household goods, plushies, everything thrown into one massive space. There's a cute Pikachu LED light. This Rotom one and this Mareep one, I think they're new. The Mareep is an alarm clock. Kind of a kawaii idea to have a sheep alarm clock. Then we have a passport cover, Pikachu passport cover, Pikachu Mochi Mochi eye mask. And this beautiful cushion, a soft cushion for the plane ride home or for your living room. That Kabigon cushion was definitely bigger than the Charm Point one. Can you guys spot how many Pokemon there are on this cushion? Besides Quaxley, can you see another Pokemon on there? This was an interesting item, an Eevee pillow. Very soft and fluffy. The PokeFit section was, or has been shrunk down. Not sure what the reason is. At the Mega or at the DX, they usually have a much larger selection. Perhaps they really have sold that many. The Pokemon Center has been really crowded recently. There are a lot of visitors, as you can see in this video. There are a lot of people visiting the Pokemon Center. Here we have a random Keldeo, Whismur, Baltoy. Which Pokemon fit has caught your eye? Leave a comment. The ones that did catch my eye were these Gen 1s. Can't remember the last time I saw Gen 1 Pokemon fits. Maybe they re-released them, or... But I think the Gen 1 ones are rarer than all the other ones. So they might have just come out with new ones. And I've been asked by viewers before, why is there a yellow tag or a pink tag or a green tag on these Pokemon Fit? I really don't know. I wish I had an answer for you. But if you know the answer, again, educate us. Why are the Pokemon Fit tags different colors? Let us know. This little game board section, nano block section, was a little sad because it felt like they just had some space on the wall and decided to throw some things on there. I've been to other shops where the Pokemon nano block selection is much wider, much bigger than at the Pokemon Center. You'd figure if you go to Pokemon Center, you'd be able to get all the Pokemon nano blocks that you can imagine, but it's very small. Likewise, this Moncole section is a little pitiful. I shoot it each time because I know there are some Moncole fans, but I do feel bad for the Moncole fans because the selection's so small. If you go to shops like Yodobashi Camera or Big Camera or Ito-Yokado or Eon, which are like big box stores. But I kind of feel sorry for Moncole fans who visit the Pokemon Center. But of course, there are many bright spots. Like this Pokemon Scale World collection. Very nice detail of trainers with their respective Pokemon. So far they've come out with 4 of them. Iono is one of the more popular ones. Arven's another one. But the biggest surprise in this video was these English TCG. I never seen them before. You must be wondering, like, why does the Japanese Pokemon Center have English TCG? I think these are leftover from the World Championships that were held last August in Yokohama. The company must have decided, nah, we're not gonna ship them back. Let's just try to sell them in Japan. So they dumped all this leftover merchandise. The boxes were 22,000 yen. There's some tins, as you can see, the 33,850 yen. These booster boxes were 22,000 yen, but you can see they had billion stars. They had all the goodies. But I wasn't sure like which one was good, which one wasn't. Was it not a good deal or good deal? So I didn't get any this time. But leave a comment. What do you think? What is the best English TCG set to get from the recent eras? I'm curious. I want to know. The Mega, the Shibuya one, the Mega and the DX, they all have Monpoke section, baby Pokemon goods. You know, you gotta catch them all. Not only do you have to catch them all, but you have to catch them early. I think that's the Pokemon company's new motto: catch them early, catch them all, and catch them early. But because the space is so big at the Mega, they just have things put in random area. They're all together. They're aligned, like by aligned I mean like stationary goods with stationary goods, and cell phone goods with cell phone in the cell phone goods section. But I felt there was no cohesion in the shop. That's why I like DX more. But that's another video. Anyways, they have a lot of stuff at the Mega. And of course, no video is complete without more TCG stuff. Playmats, sleeves, deck cases. That's Bianca, the latest one. The latest playmat. Which playmat caught your eye, guys? Let me know. Leave a comment. And if you come to the Pokemon Center now, you're lucky because they have loads of TCG. More than you can handle. They have Shiny Treasure EX, all the latest releases. Lots of TCG goods, and they're all available at the cashier. And I'm always a sucker for these deck sleeves. I never go home without buying a few of them whenever I visit the Pokemon Center. Yeah, you can never have enough sleeves. Is that right, guys? But they have all the latest, all the newest releases. Sometimes they do reprint sleeves. Again, I don't know how they determine that, but they sometimes come out with old releases. These are Pokemon envelopes, card envelopes. Interesting items, I'd say. And behind the deck sleeves, in the deck cases, they have these file folders. I have a few, but I don't use them. I just have them in my collection. But which of these file folders caught your eye? And by the way, guys, how do you keep your collection safe? Do you have them in folders? Do you have them in deck cases? Let me know. Leave a comment. I'm curious. I keep all my cards in deck cases. And before we go, here's another interesting section. This is the Pokemon Go section. Again, random selection of goods, all thrown into one area. I don't know what the thought process is. Like, how did they decide what items to add? But what was special was this trainer section, the Pokemon Go trainer section. And last but not least was this Pikachu Sweets Cafe. If, as you may or may not know, it's very difficult to make a reservation at the Pokemon Cafe. So one way to have some sweet Pokemon memories is to stop by this Pikachu Sweets Cafe and have some Pikachu or Pokemon themed sweets before going home. So guys, again, let me know what was your favorite item in this video so I can shoot more of it in the future. And it's always fun visiting the Pokemon Center. I enjoy shooting this video, but you have to let me know what item do you want me to shoot more of. And don't forget to hit the sub and like button so you don't miss out on brand new videos each and every month, each and every 2 weeks, straight out of Tokyo, Japan. That's about all for me this time. I'll see you guys in the next video. Pika Pika Peace from Tokyo.